there is what we call the perpetual continuity, that the partnership will continue to do its business as far as it can be able to sustain itself, or it is learning, whether the person who started the company are alive or not. That is, or whether they are bankrupt or not. So that is it, because we say that it is an incorporated form of business. And we say that because when you talk of an incorporated form of business, it means that the business is separate from the shareholders or the owners. And like for other forms of businesses, whereby the business and the owner is one and the same thing. So let me collect the word ultra-vires. The spelling is as I've written there, ultra-vires. That is ultra-vires. When the business act ultra-vires, you remember we talked of the memorandum of association for a company, and we say that for a company to operate, it must prepare what we call a memorandum of association. That memorandum of association defines the relationship of the business with the outsiders. And some of the things that this particular memorandum of association states are things like the location of the business. It also talks of it also talks of the objectives of the business. It also talks of the name of the business. Then when you talk of the objective of the business, a company is formed to achieve certain goals. Those are the objectives. Like for example, a company that is formed to sell motor cars, like Thika Motor Dealers, if that is the objective of the company, if the company works in accordance to those particular objectives, we say that the company has operated intra-vires, not ultra, intra-vires. That is in accordance with the objectives of the company. Then if the company does, like for example, if the Thika Motor Dealers, it is formed to sell motor cars and to do some maintenance of motor cars and some assembly. If Thika Motor Dealers start selling rice instead of motor cars, in that particular case, we say that Thika Motor Dealers is acting or doing business against its objective clause. And that means the business is acting ultra-vires. Ultra-vires. Ultra means against the objectives. Against the objectives. That's when you talk of ultra-vires. There was another point on amalgamation. This is the spelling for amalgamation. Amalgamation. This is when two companies combine or are combined and they work as a unity. That's when we talk of amalgamation. When a company has been joined with another company. Like if you have a company called A and another one called B, they combine their assets and they start operating like one. That is amalgamation. A good example of amalgamation, you all know Tumaini supermarkets and Quick Mart have amalgamated or have combined forces, and they are working as one supermarket called Quick Mart. You can say Tumaini supermarket and Quick Mart supermarket have amalgamated. They have combined forces. They have joined together so that they can operate as one company called Quick Mart supermarket. So that's when we talk of amalgamation. So those are some of the things that I've seen. But the reason as to why I had posed that question. I wanted to see whether if you are given such a question, you'll be able to answer in an exam setup. And then in this case, I was looking at the key word there, which was circumstances. When you're given a question asking of circumstances, there are some words that you are supposed to use, or some phrases that you're supposed to use when you are writing your answers. Like, for example, because you're giving a circumstance of which most of you have done it rightly or correctly. Like, for example, there was a question whereby someone had given an answer like court order. In that particular case, we say that in case or if a court gives an order, or when. We will start with those particular phrases which shows circumstances. And those phrases are if, when, in case. You get that? Yes. And when. So those are some of the phrases that you can use when you are asked to give circumstances in that particular case. So that's how you tackle that particular those particular questions. And I found it necessary maybe to refer back to it before we look at what I had planned for today, because I know that topic is a very fertile place for the examinations. So go through the notes that I've posted. I know I forgot to post the notes. I've noted that I didn't post the notes, but by the after we are done with the session, I will post the notes, and from the notes, please go through them, because these